So now I'm going to introduce your keynote speaker, Petra Mitchell, President and CEO of Catalyst Connection. DMI and Catalyst have a long history of working together to solve problems in manufacturing environments. Petra has over 30 years experience in manufacturing strategy, operations, and business development. She is a constant advocate for manufacturers. We've known each other for a long, long time and been to many conferences and many manufacturing environments. So I'd like you to please welcome Petra Mitchell. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everybody at DMI, for inviting me to speak to all the students here today. Thanks, all of you, for joining us and for giving me a few minutes of your time. I love manufacturing. And so any opportunity I have to talk about it, I'm going to take it. So thank you again. So my organization, Catalyst Connection, we are a nonprofit. We work with manufacturing companies and we support them as they design amazing, innovative new products. I think you're going to see some of that today. Ray mentioned you're going to be visiting engineering. We support them as they develop new processes and optimize the processes using tools like lean manufacturing, quality systems, robotics. You're going to be taking a tour of this facility and seeing that today. And we support them in developing people. And of course, you're going to see lots of people and interact with a lot of staff from DMI companies. So products, processes, and people. Companies that do that really well are going to be hugely successful. And DMI Companies is one of those companies. And fortunately, we have many of them in southwestern Pennsylvania. But let's face it, it hasn't always been like this for everybody. We've been making things in southwestern Pennsylvania for almost 200 years. We literally ushered in the industrial age. We have rivers, we have coal mines, we have railroads. Those three things together built America. They built our country with steel, glass, aluminum, titanium, many products. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents may have participated in these industries, and we can point to many things in our history of our country where Pittsburghers, southwestern Pennsylvanians, had a critical role in making those things happen. But what happened? Other countries figured this out too, right? They realized, hey, manufacturing's pretty cool. We need to get into that game. And so they did. And many times it was with lower cost labor. And that led to a decline in manufacturing. Lots of the large industrial plants that we used to have, they closed. People had to leave our communities. They left behind poverty. They left behind blight. And many communities today are still suffering from that, and they're still having a hard time recovering. So you might be thinking, hey, manufacturing's not for me. I might lose my job. It's not consistent. It's boring. It's dangerous. So let's just get that out of the way. That is absolutely not true. Today's manufacturers are small and medium-sized companies like DMI companies. They're innovating. They're adopting new technologies. They're using computers, robotics, AI, that's artificial intelligence, machine learning. These are Industry 4.0 technologies, and companies right here in southwestern Pennsylvania are leading the way in utilizing those technologies, and I'm excited to see some of them here today because DMI Companies is leading the development and implementation of these kinds of technologies. Also, our country is realizing, particularly in the pandemic, because of the pandemic, is realizing we have to make things right here in our own country. And so that's causing a boom in manufacturing. Just in the last 2 years alone, our country, our government, passed 4 new laws that are going to invest $4 trillion into our country. We're going to be making new roads and bridges. We're going to be making new energy facilities. all kinds of new infrastructure. All of that is going to need a manufacturing supply chain, and that is going to create huge opportunity and huge demand for southwestern Pennsylvania, because we can be leaders in this manufacturing renaissance. So I'm super excited about all of those kinds of things. So I'm going to ask you today, as you're here and you're looking around and you're thinking, what do I see? Well, when you go on the shop floor, you're going to see a lot of large industrial equipment. Some of it may be a little loud, as the previous speaker mentioned. You see a lot of inventory, and you see a lot of people doing their jobs. But what really we should be looking at, what we're really seeing, is a connected factory that's run by computers, where people and robots are working side by side, where processes are optimized, where we're thinking about what does that customer, that one customer, really need, and how do we optimize our product and how we get it to them just for that one customer. All that inventory that you see, that is ultimately might be going into schools, into hospitals, into office buildings. It's going to enable kids to learn better because they're in a more comfortable environment. Patients to heal faster. Office workers to do whatever office workers do, to do that better. And the people that you see, they're a team. They're working together to, again, make a better experience for their customers, and also to make a better quality product and better for their company and for their families and supporting their communities. They're earning good wages, a good living, and that's ultimately benefiting everyone in our community. So I'm super excited about manufacturing. I hope you'll all join me, because together, southwestern Pennsylvania has what it takes. We have everything we could possibly need to have a happy, healthy life here. We have great natural resources, lots of fun things to do out in the Laurel Highlands and all over our community, the rivers, all those fun things, all of our sports teams, all of our sports activities, right? We have so much to offer. Together, we can have good jobs, good communities, good families, and we can have lots of fun together in manufacturing. So I love manufacturing, and I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll love it too. And we'll see you next time when you're part of this team and we can work together to improve this company, improve the customer experience, and most importantly, improve our community. So thank you, everybody.